Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Inspired and Empowered Living TV show and podcast for a thriving business and life. And we are live Thursdays at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern on talk4tv.com, w4wn.com, and my YouTube channel. And today we are going to be doing Empowered Manifesting, Part 2. How to align and create a soul-aligned business and life in 2025. And is everybody ready for an inspired and empowered life? So today we'll talk more about the practical tools, and you'll learn what you need to in order to manifest those goals, those dreams, or gain the clarity that you need to manifest your heart's desires in 2025, and learn how to align with your soul's purpose and learn actionable strategies to manifest the abundance and success. Explore, and we'll talk about power and true power, real source power, not ego power, and learn how to gain the insights to keep you moving forward for empowered manifesting. So I see that we have some people in the house I'd like to say hello to. We have Ren of FFJ. So excited to be here for part 2. Part 1 was great. Hi, Ren. So glad to see you. And Allie says, hi, Allie. Hi, Ren. Good to see you. And Ren goes, great to see you too, Allie, because here, what I intend is to create more community. So please share, chat up, and enjoy, because I really want to support all of you to create that thriving business and life. And part of that is connection and being able to make a deeper connection to others. And we're going to talk more about how to make that deeper connection with yourself, which will help you make a deeper connection with others. So let me review last week's show. So any of you that didn't catch part 1 will update you. So part 1, we talked about being able to get in touch with your heart's desires and really coming into understanding and feeling and sensing and knowing what your heart's desires are. And your heart is your soul coming through. So when you feel your heart's desires, you are connecting with your soul's truth. And then you want to be able to tap into that, to be able to tune in and ask, what am I here to create? What would be the most exciting things that my soul has in store for me in 2025? And then it's listening and getting quiet and listening to your heart and being able to tune in to that information intuitively. And so when I talk about feeling or sensing or knowing or hearing, that's your intuitive senses coming through. And then, so that's step one. And we're talking about how to manifest using that intuitive advantage. You're really coming into connection with your intuition so that you are moving forward every step of the way, listening to your soul's truth, and your soul is guiding you through your intuition. And that's why it's important to keep honing in your intuition for your business, for your life, because your intuition guides you every step of the way. And I see we have Misty, and Misty says, not always an easy thing to do. And yes, Misty, that is true. It's not always easy to quiet the mind and listen to your heart's truth. And that's why it takes practice. Okay. So I want to support all of you to, if you have one of those challenging minds, talk. And listen, in our society today, you can definitely have an active mind, and learning to be able to be in the quiet and to be in the silence, to be able to allow yourself to receive. And it is a journey. Remember, it's not a destination, but a journey of learning and practicing. And I will talk more about ways to quiet your mind very shortly as I get into the next steps in the manifestation process. So, the second step that we talked about last week was those clear intentions. And you want to have those clear intentions, that I am statements. I am manifesting health. I am manifesting financial abundance in 2025. I am manifesting a thriving business and a thriving life in 2025. So those are your intentions. And again, what I support you in, the way that I like to think about intentions versus goals, is if you can imagine you have an umbrella, and the umbrella are your intentions for the year. I am manifesting a thriving business and life. So, what does that mean? How would you break that down into doable, smaller goals so that you know, okay, so the next action I need to take towards this goal? So, a goal would be, I am manifesting $10,000 a month, or I am exercising every day so that I get healthy and that I am full of energy and aliveness to be able to keep moving forward in my life and in my business. Or I am having that relationship that I've always envisioned, and the goal would be maybe going online, taking a step. So the goals are the spokes of the umbrella, and they're goals that are doable, that are manageable. And let's say $10,000 may be too much for you. So then you would even make it smaller. Maybe you need to make it $5,000 a month or $3,000 a month. So you want to make your goals doable. Okay, doable goals. So the umbrella is the intention and the spokes are the goals. So Mickey, hi Mickey, good to see you. Don't get discouraged if little goals don't go well. Keep moving forward. I love that, Mickey. Thank you, Mickey, for saying that. So again, what I talk about is taking the baby steps. If you imagine your goal as a door in front of you and you're opening the door and you want to move, you want to take the steps towards the door. The goal is the door. And baby steps will still get you towards the door. And it's really important that you don't overwhelm yourself, but you make it those smaller steps, the baby steps, in order to get you towards the door. And finally, to open the door and move through, and you've manifested that first goal. The door is the goal, remember? Okay, so we have Ren says, appreciate your wisdom. That is super helpful. Thank you. Oh, and Ren says, that was Ren. And Anastasia, hi, Anastasia. It's good to see you. What if there's too much clutter? You can't see the door. Okay, so if there is too much clutter and you can't see the door, then your job is, the goal would be, what step or steps can I take to clear the clutter? Now, the clutter, and this is perfect. This is the perfect question for my next the third step in the process is clearing. Okay. So if there's too much clutter, and that clutter can be physical clutter, it could be mental clutter, all those limiting beliefs like, I'm not good enough, I can't do this isn't going to work. If you have any beliefs like that, they're going to stop you in your tracks from moving towards empowered manifesting. Or your clutter could be emotions. If you're feeling fear, or you're feeling grief, even grief, or anger, or frustration, or guilt, or shame. Now, I really also want to say, I really want to make this really clear, okay? Because I'm coming from a very holistic approach. I've always been holistic. And I am not saying to not feel your feelings. What I am saying is that to move forward is finding the tools and the techniques to quiet the mind and clear the limiting beliefs and emotions. So tools that I recommend, I talk about grounding. And grounding is connecting with yourself, your body, so that you are feeling your breath, you're feeling your feet, perhaps you're tuning into your body. And when you do that, you begin to feel and you come into present time, because it's in present time intuition comes through to guide you to the next step, whether that's a baby step or a regular step or a quantum step. It's in the quiet moments of present time that you can hear, feel, sense, know, and tune into your intuition. So, if there's that clutter, the question to ask yourself is, what action? Okay, and this is really important, is to taking those actions. And we'll talk more about inspired actions, which are coming from your intuition. And you can ask yourself, what action can I take to clear the clutter? Whether it's the physical, mental, emotional. When you feel that you are not clear enough to move towards the door or to take action on your goal or goals, there is clutter in the way. And your job is to clear the clutter on whatever level it's on. Is it physical clutter? Is it emotional? Is it mental? Or is it even spiritual clutter? Then spiritual clutter can be emotions and limiting beliefs about your connection to you and the higher parts of you. And so it's really important to ask yourself, what kind of action can I take to clear my limiting beliefs or my emotions? Now, some of you may like to journal. Now, one of the things that I talk about to clear and to help you clear your emotional and mental and physical, you got to do it. It's a whole, you got to actually get up and do. But emotional and mental, you can do journaling. Now, journaling, you can ask what is the clutter, or what is the limiting belief, or what is the emotion keeping me from moving towards my goal. And now, what's really important is you allow yourself to just write. No censoring, no thinking. If you're starting to think, well, I think it's this and maybe it's that, you're in your head. What I'm going to support you doing is to really do the clearing so that you are in this energy of flow, that you are doing what I call the brain dump. You are just dumping out all those beliefs, all the emotions, whatever's coming up for you so that you can clear it. And journaling is a powerful tool. I will also share with you, Julia Cameron wrote the book called The Artist's Way. And The Artist's Way is a book where she talks about the morning pages. And a lot of what I support all of you in doing is starting your morning in a spiritual way, whether you're doing journaling or meditating or breathing or praying or inspirational reading, any of that, or listening to your favorite podcast or TV show. Any of that will support you in getting into alignment for the day. And the morning pages is a tool that you can also use. And the morning pages is where you're basically doing a brain dump for 3 pages. Now, you may not fill up 3 pages. And I also want you to know you could do journaling any time of day. You can do it in the morning. You can do it in the afternoon. You can do it in the evening before you go to bed. If you're feeling all clogged up and you want to clear the clog, journal. Or, me personally, I like meditations. And I do meditation to help clear my clogs often. Sometimes I'll do journaling, and sometimes I will do other things. And I see your question, Anastasia. I'll get to it shortly. And really, it's about finding the tool or tools that work for you to help you clear. And there are many tools. There's something called EFT, tapping. And you can tap, and you can go on YouTube or Google and find people who you can tap with. So know that you can find the ways to clear those emotions. And it's a process. when you're working on manifesting, and this was a question that was asked last week, how long does it take to manifest? Well, it's going to take as long as it takes. But I want you to know, and this is important, it's not a destination like, oh, I manifested, it's over, one and done, I'm finished. It's a journey. Imagine yourself, you're on a path. And on the path, you may hit rocks and stones and even branches. And it's learning to go over the rocks, over the branches, over the stones, so that you can keep on moving forward on the path. You're on an adventure. This is an adventure. Empowered manifesting is an adventure where you're tapping into your soul, being aligned, and moving towards your destiny of what your soul has wanted for you. Okay, so I know we have a few questions that came in. Anastasia asks, what if you are not in touch with the correct emotions? So if you're not in touch with, okay, I'll get to your question shortly, Misty. If you're not in touch with the correct emotions, and I'm putting it in quotes, air quotes, because I want you to know it's about you being in the journey of what is happening for you in the moment. So, for example, when I talked about the grounding exercise and I had you, let's say, feel your breath and feel your feet, and you start feeling a sensation in your body, and you're not sure if it's the stomach, the fear in your stomach, and is it fear? Is it excitement? Is it panic? Is it like, what emotion is it? Is it anger? Is it frustration? If you're not sure, it's okay for you to be exactly where you are and work on breathing through it, whatever it is, letting the emotion come up. And even if you're not sure of what the emotion is, like, let's say you're doing the journaling and I'm not sure what I'm feeling. Maybe your journal will be, I don't know if I have the correct emotion. I'm not really sure what to do. How would I get to the correct emotion? And even be in the journal of that. And as you're doing this, and this is a really important point as I'm talking, is what I'm supporting you, even when you're journaling, is breathe. And breathe through it. Whatever's coming up in that moment, just let it come up. So it doesn't matter if you think you have the correct emotion or not. Let whatever emotion that you even think you're feeling, let it come up and breathe. And then there may be another emotion underneath, or another emotion that wants to surface. And you're going to breathe through that. And breathe. And allow the energy to keep flowing. And so it's okay if you don't know exactly what emotion, or you're not sure what you're feeling, or if it's the correct emotion. Allow whatever is to keep moving through you, whether you're journaling, breathing through it, or journaling and breathing through it. And just be present to whatever it is. Now, I also want to say that if you are having a really hard time doing this, you may need outside support. You may need a therapist, a counselor, or a coach. Now, depending on what's going on for you, if you're feeling really challenged in your life and you feel like you can't move forward, then you may need, and you feel that trauma is keeping you stuck in old patterns. Okay, so I want to be clear about that. You may need a counselor or a therapist. If you feel that you have a vision, you have your goals, and you really want to move forward, and there may be emotions and limiting beliefs that may stop you from moving forward, then you're looking at a coach to help you keep moving forward. So, depending on what you need, that's what I want to support you if you feel that you're not able to do this alone. And I also want you to know it's not always easy to do it alone. I know that I would not be where I am if I didn't have the support of the people, of counselors and coaches. Having that extra support is changes everything. And I also want you to know that one of the other tools you can use is what I've created is a meditation. And the meditation is a clearing meditation, helping you to clear your energy and connect more deeply to your higher self, and what your higher self, this wise, unconditionally loving part of you that wants to support you in moving forward. And then it's being able to tap into your intuition to get the answer that you want to receive, or that your soul wants you to receive, or that your higher self wants you to receive. And that meditation, there's also a PDF form so that you, if you're not into the meditations, but you want to read it and practice it yourself, you can do that as well. And so you would go, the link is inspired and empowered living.com/meditation. Again, the name of the show, inspired and empowered living.com/meditation, meditation. And that, Rebel, please put the link up and put it into the chat. And I want to support all of you to tune into the meditation. Again, one more time, inspired and empowered living.com/meditation. meditation. And so let the meditation support you in helping you to get that feeling clearer and calmer, helping you to quiet that busy mind of yours so that you can move forward in your life. Ren says, thanks. Your meditation link works for me. Thank you, Ren. All right. Yay. And Misty says, are emotions driven by feelings or vice versa? So emotions and feelings are like they're used very interchangeably. Okay. The way that I would distinguish between a feeling and emotion is a feeling is something that happens in present time. You're feeling it in your body. For example, if you start feeling a sensation around your eyes and you feel like you need to cry, that's the feeling that wants to come through. Or feeling that you're feeling heaviness or sadness in your chest, or feeling fear and in the butterflies in your stomach, and you're feeling the fear. And also, I want you to know, fear, when it's transformed, turns into excitement. And that's stuff that happens in your belly. And so when you turn your fear, it can become excitement for you. Okay, so that's really cool. Remember that. And emotions, there's a thought connected with the emotion. And so perhaps the emotion is your, let's say, feeling that, feeling a heaviness. And I know, feeling a heaviness in your shoulders. And you're feeling, it feels like a burden. It feels like responsibility. I feel like I'm just getting weighed down. I'm feeling frustrated, or I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling, you could be feeling like a failure. And what happens is when you, I see that for a second, when you get in touch with the feeling, then you may get the belief, I feel the weight of the world on my shoulders. And you feel that energy of burden. And there may be many feelings, not just one, underneath that feeling of burden. So that would be allowing the emotions to come up, connected with the thought. So that would be an example of how I would distinguish them. And also know that sometimes I use them interchangeably as well. And Ren says, I love that. Fear turns into excitement. Yes, it does. So the next time you're feeling fear, ask yourself, how can I clear this energy so that I turn this into excitement? Think about it. Feel it. Ask yourself the question and see what answer comes. And it may be you may need to, one of the other ways you can clear, we're still on clearing. This is a biggie topic. I mean, I will tell you that to me, manifesting, and I think I read this in the Abraham material, Jerry and Esther Hicks talks, and Abraham talks through Esther. And Abraham says that 99% of manifesting is the energy work, but before the manifestation occurs. And so that's why clearing is such a crucial step in the manifestation process. If you're not 100% in alignment with that manifestation, it won't manifest. And that's why clearing is crucial. And that's why it could take years, because it depends on what you need to clear in order for you to be in alignment for that manifestation to occur. So I'll give you an example. I had a radio show that I was doing on, they call it terrestrial. I can't even say it. Terrestrial radio, meaning those are the radio stations that are not internet related. Okay. So I was doing a show on that, and then the show stopped, and I had always wanted to do another show, but I let it go, and I was in the journey of my life, and it took years to manifest another show. But I know that I needed to go through whatever I needed to go through in order to clear what I needed to clear to manifest this show. And I am so grateful that I did, because I love doing this show and I love supporting all of you to really change your life and to transform your life. And I realized that I didn't even introduce myself. I jumped right in. So, for those of you who don't know me and haven't seen me before, I'm Nancy Deutsch, licensed clinical social worker, certified hypnotherapist, and intuitive business expert. And I combine my counseling, coaching, and intuitive abilities to transform lives and to transform women's lives so that you are moving towards the business or the life of your dreams. And remember, this show is not a replacement for therapy or counseling. It is for educational purposes only. Also, really important for you to remember. So it's never too late to introduce or put in what's next. So, any other questions on clearing before we get to the next step? Any other questions that come in? So, clearing, it's all about clearing your energy so that you're in alignment with your goal or goals and your intention. The spokes of your umbrella and your umbrella itself. And so, another way that you can clear your energy is to listen to your body, because your body gives you clues to where the blocks to the manifestation may be. So, if you're thinking, I intend to manifest a thriving business and a thriving life in 2025, and you notice as you say that, there's a big feeling in your stomach. And all of a sudden, you notice there's all this fear that comes up. And perhaps you're feeling the fear because you know it's what you consciously want. But on a subconscious level, and your subconscious is the part of you that has recorded all the programs from the moment you were conceived to present time. And that's where the limiting beliefs and emotions are. That when you tune in and you're feeling that big feeling of fear, or maybe you're feeling like, I'm so frustrated. I want to create this life and I don't understand what's going on. And that's another clue that there's clearing to do. So whether it's fear or frustration or grief or anger or guilt or shame, all of that are messages that may come in through your body. They may come into thoughts. They may come as you're journaling. And even if you're not clear what exactly the emotion is, you know something's happening and you're not sure what. So you can tune into your body. Another way to clear energy is through exercise, having the intention. Let's say you're angry or frustrated. Intend as you walk or as you run to clear the energy. Or allowing yourself to keep moving through the energy so that when you come back to the thought of, I am creating a thriving life and business, you tune in and you're like, after you've cleared your thought, after you've cleared your energy, you're like, okay, all right, what's my next step? Now, I also want you to know that again, and I'm reminding you, okay, I'm reminding you it is a journey, because having that inspired and empowered life is not just one step, it's not just one goal, it's many, many steps, many goals, many doors you're going to walk through. And every single step, whether it's a baby step, whether it's a bigger step or a quantum step, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is clearing your energy so that you are stepping forward towards your intention and towards your goals. And that is what I want to support you in remembering. And so, what I feel, we're going to continue this because this is such an important topic and I have more steps. But I will tell you, the clearing step, it was crucial that I talk to you about all those pieces, because the clearing step, like I said, is one of the most important steps. Well, every step is important, okay? Because I'm realizing without the first step, you can't get to the second step or the third step. So every step matters. And that clearing step. So don't forget the clearing step. And the ways that you can clear your energy, you can clear by journaling, meditating, by breathing, by connecting with your body, by exercising, by grounding, quieting that mind of yours. And I know that mind, I know it's not so easy to quiet the mind, but learning to quiet your mind is a crucial, important step for all of you. And so it's okay to take your time as you step forward towards your inspired and empowered life and a thriving life and business. So, and we will continue, as I said, with part 3, Empowered Manifesting. And join me next Thursday at 5:00 p.m. on talk4tv.com, w4wn.com, my YouTube channel. And you can also hear the podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Apple, Amazon, and many more. And remember, you deserve to create your soul's destiny, and your soul wants you to have it. But it's up to you to do the work. So tune in next week for more information on how to do that. And I wish you an inspired and empowered day and night, wherever you are, and an inspired and empowered week. Have a great one, everybody. Bye for now.